Gonna spend 5 days here in the Weminuche Wilderness. This is the Rio Grande National Forest, and I'm at the 30-mile camp. Okay, big squall in Weminuche. We are going to take the Weminuche and then come back on the big squall in a couple of days. Here's the reservoir. You can see it on a lot of trip videos. Whew. This is not quite half a mile in. Weminuche Wilderness, Rio Grande National Forest. So we're in a wilderness area. However, you can hear somebody on a freaking motorcycle on the other side of the reservoir. There's some rocks. Evidently that trail isn't very good, so I don't know if it's a well-used trail or not. That's this trail right here. Now the thing is, this is my original route, and it goes up, then levels out, and it kind of goes up and down and around. So yeah, that goes, these contour intervals are right, that goes up a couple thousand feet. Whereas I can go down this way. This is about a mile, and this is, I think, 2.7 miles maybe. So do 3.7 versus this. This is going to go up, but this portion isn't that hard, and it doesn't get steep until this section right here. You can see that little gap right there. That's called the window. And you can see over here where the trail goes. Hopefully we're going to get just about where that bump is. Hopefully. That's my goal anyway. Looks like I got a mule deer that hangs out here. And if I've got mule deer, then I don't have bear. He's just hanging out. He's circling the camp. morning number 2, and right now I'm kind of breaking down my camp. I think I've got way too much crap. I always seem to bring stuff, and sometimes I can't use it. But at about 11 o'clock, 11:30 local time, I had this, well, and you've seen the video of the mule deer. Well, that SOB went through my camp and he took my trekking poles. I can only assume that the sweat from the wrist straps, you know, he wanted to lick them, and then he started dragging them. And he took both my trekking poles. And the only reason I knew is because I had to go to the bathroom, so I looked and they were gone. I'd heard you know, they're metal, they're aluminum, they make a noise. And kind of like a very small baseball bat, right? That bling sound. Well, the trekking poles were gone. And I'm like, you son of a gun. And so I started looking around. After about a half hour, I found one trekking pole, and it was about 150 feet from my camp. So apart from breaking down, eating, and gearing back up, I'm probably going to go look for that other trekking pole. Hopefully I can find it, because I've got a good climb today. And this is my campsite. Wasn't bad if it wasn't for the mule deer that stole all my shit. The trekking poles were over there, and I was able to recover one, so I don't know if I'm going to try to get the drone out to try to find the other one. I found one, like right about there. Found the other one. I was looking along the trail, focusing, and it looks like this is his route. He managed to get that trekking pole. I'm glad I looked backwards on the trail, because there it is. Can you believe that? So one thing you need out here is plenty of water. And I'm running kind of late. I didn't get up till 6. Wanted to get up 5, but you know how that is. The sleeping bag felt really good, and it was really warm. It was nice up here. I mean, seriously, it was probably about 55, 60 degrees last night. Now when I'm chasing around mule deer, and there is the window. I think it's probably around 10 o'clock or so. And I think the intersection, I think I see a post up ahead. It's the intersection of the two trails. Finally, taking a break. It's about 10:30 a.m. We left, 8:40, so not quite 2 hours, and we're about 2 miles, actually 2.25. Picked up a good pace up here. Once we cleared all the high stuff and it flattened out, you know, we're around 12,100 feet. So yeah, it's pretty level up here. You know, once you get to about 12,000 feet, it flattens out. Okay, there's this little section that gets kind of yellow. I think that was the mountain that we were looking at up this way, and because we're so far down, you can't see up because I couldn't see the window. So from there down in there, I think, is where we were at last night, because where you see that slope, that spur right here, yeah, I think that spur, that was off to our right hand side. So yeah, I think where we were at last night was right in there. made it up to the pass, which this was one of my big goals, was making it up to this pass, and it was basically to get here today, which was, this is a good deal. So, and I made it, I think it's a little afternoon, so pretty much when I wanted to get up here too. That is gorgeous. Those mountains. You can see the trail sign here. I have to get right on top of it. East Ute Trail. That's what this says. And a lot of wind. This one we just passed. It says the CDT. So I'm gonna have to look at the map. I think it's the same trail. Okay, where my thumb is, that's the lake we're looking at. So we're up here, we're looking down there. So that's that teeny tiny lake. Ute Lake is that big lake. And then the Twin Lakes, yeah, that's the one off to it. So, they said this doesn't exist. It goes here, so we're gonna go down where my thumb is, down towards Ute Lake, but Flint Lake is eventually where I want to be. So I know where my pinky is. We're right here, and it follows along here, goes down here, and it looks like there's a cutoff here. This sign says CDT, which is the way I came, and Flint Creek Trail, which is that way, which I saw the smaller Flint Creek. I went the bigger, or the smaller Flint Lake. I went the bigger one. You can see down here, that's the way. It goes around and up and over, and that's Ute Lake, and you can see it kind of goes down, but you can't see the water. But that's where that's at. So I got the option of going there and then coming back, or just go to where I plan on going. And this trail kind of sucks, but what's on the other side? See all these ponds? There's a lake there, and on the other side of that is the big lake where I plan on staying. So what I think this is going to do is follow along this left side here, and at some point it's going to meet up, and it'll probably be on the back side of this slightly larger lake. It's the only thing I can think. And then it'll go and cross over to the bigger lake. Without doubt, the worst trail I've ever been on. Now that doesn't look bad, neither does this, but it goes through all this crap up and through here, through bramble, through junk. I mean, imagine this right here, and that was nothing compared to what I went through. That's why I didn't film anything, because it's so horrible. It's that bad. Let's see what this says. No camping campfires. Okay, well. You got a sign. Where's the freaking lake? This trail in Flint Lake. See where this trail goes? Into this. Well, I'm hoping that Flint Lake's on the other side of this, because every time I've got these mountains over here as a guide, but Jesus Christ, this thing winds around, twists and turns. This thing twists and turns. It's damn near impossible to keep track of it. Now, bear in mind, I didn't bring a GPS, so that's my own fault. My watch acts as a tracker, but yeah, it dies after 6.5 hours. So, yeah, more of this shit. And I've been hiking since this morning, and about 8 hours. Now, the fact that I've got a sign is a good sign. It means we're close. Well, welcome to day 3. I'm at Flint Lake right now, and it took forever. I think I hiked a total of 9 hours yesterday. So I'm guessing it was around 9 miles, maybe, ish. The last 2.5 miles was just brutal. I mean, you saw the stuff I went through, and that was just a little bit. So, this is a beautiful spot, though. Kind of give you a panoramic view, and we'll go look at the lake here in a minute. Yeah, we didn't get here. I didn't get here until I think it was 5:20, and I set up camp at 5:30. So yeah, it was a long, hard day. It was a slog through stuff like this. I mean, you look at all this stuff. You know, that low brush. That was what I was going through. So that was no fun. So we are here. Just kind of back up. Yesterday we were over here where the CDT is, Continental Divide Trail, actually at that very spot. Took the CDT all the way up and over, around. Evidently this doesn't exist, then you go in here, and then there's a shortcut it's marked. I mean, you saw it on video, teeny tiny sign, and it comes up and around this lake. I think it kind of cuts in through here, zigzags. I mean, it's horrible. And over to Flint Lake, and then you come over on this side. So I hiked down to around here, so I'm closer to where the trail's at, which is where I wanted to be. Now today, what I'm going to do is hike this long trail, which is about 7.4 miles. Fortunately, it all goes downhill. Mostly, I think there are a few ups and downs, but and then come up here, past this. I think this is a mile, so that's 8.4, and then 9, 10. This might be 11. And this is another lake. These are divide lakes. So that's my goal for today, and I think it should be an easy goal, even though it's 11 miles. This is all going mostly downhill. This is mostly following a creek. So this is, you know, humping and bumping. So day 3 will hopefully be an easy day, because day 2 was pretty tough. I was filtering my water, thinking I'm all alone, and I looked up on the hill. I'll show you that when we look at the lake. And yeah, I saw her, and then I saw him. I'm like, well, shit, because this would be a cool place to run the drone across the water. But no such luck. I don't want to bother people. And here is my rig for my bear trap, which my bear rig, which actually worked out pretty well. This is part of the trail I like. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be on this for very long. It's pretty cool though. Nice and pounded down, smooth, rocky. Great view. So, I was hoping most of it would be similar to this, but it's all chock and block. Back there it was all rooty and rocky and wet because it was all swampy and kind of nasty. So makes it a little bit harder to get through. This section isn't bad. Yeah, I like this section. We're back on trail. Had a minor miscalculation on the trail. We hit a section where it came down to the creek. That creek down there. And I think what had happened was I should have crossed over. And I didn't see anything on the other side, so I wasn't sure if I was going to follow the creek a little bit longer and then cross over. So I wasn't sure. And I ended up following what I thought was a trail was actually a game trail. Everything you've seen so far is pretty good trail. But let me tell you, there's some very iffy looking trail here on this trail in spots. Storm came over me. Got hit with like maybe 12 drops. That was it. And you can see it's going that way. It's a thunderstorm. It's heading the way we're heading, but I think it's heading towards the mountains in that direction. All right, I missed it. I saw some brush over here move, and so I'm looking for a spot to take a break, and he's going my way, which sucks, and I need a freaking break. But he was a good sized bear. I got close to him. He took off that way, which is the way I'm going. So he ain't that far ahead of me. So I saw this brush over here moving around. Oh, he's probably getting water. Or berries. Oh, there are berries there. Yeah. So he took off up the creek. Hey bear! Hey bear! He was a good sized boy. He was at least 300 pounds. There's a signpost. It's like 3 feet tall. I expected it to be bigger. So we're at the intersection. This was 7.4 miles. This was brutal. It's we left at 8:15. I left at 8:15 and got here at 3:15. So let's see, what is that? 7 hours? Yeah, not good. And I've got 3 more miles to go, and they said it's uphill. So yeah, I'm trying to knock it out in 2 more hours, and I'm done. I'm tired. Tomorrow's gonna be a tough one. This right now, there's another mile to another intersection, and then next intersection after that is about 2 miles. But I'm moving pretty slow, so depends on whether or not this goes downhill or not. I'll make my decision. I don't think I'm gonna make the Divide Lakes. The trail that I took to get here took a lot longer, and yeah, I'm just beat. So I'm on the Pine Creek Trail, but I'm at the intersection of the Sierra Bandera. It's actually over across from me, and I'm a little bit above it, off to the west side. Thing is, there's some folks with horses and dogs and all kinds of stuff. They were nice though. They gave me some directions as to how I can hit the trail. Thing is, I saw the marker for the trail that I wanted, which clearly indicated that there was an intersection, but you can't find the trail. And the guy said, yeah, it comes back up this hill, which is where I'm camping, and then it skirts along the edge of the wood line and then goes north. Problem is, I followed the trail after I set up my camp just to take a look at it, and it dead ends in the horse camp. So I don't know where that trail goes. It's supposed to do a switchback and then go the direction. He's been that way before, so I've got no reason to doubt him, but I can't find where the trail goes. So I think what I'm going to do in the morning is, rather than go backwards towards that horse camp, I'm just going to go straight at an angle, just go west from where I'm at. And I think in a couple hundred yards, maybe a tenth of a mile or so, I should hit that trail.